Alright, I started recording yesterday, but I forgot a couple things. So we're starting over. Today we are installing this bad boy. Bought me a Speedyefi ECU for my Miata. First things first, what I forgot yesterday. I didn't have a filter or a piece to adapt a new filter in, so I got that yesterday. And while getting that, I forgot to get this, which I just spent I think over an hour looking for, because they don't have it at any parts stores or at my Lowe's. So boom, I need the what is it, the 3/8 NPT. So yeah, it's in here. So I also don't have the right drill bit size, but that I wouldn't have known unless I was home, which I should have checked, but I didn't. So we're gonna use the 1/2 inch and make it work. So let's start drilling. This is working surprisingly well. I did not think this was going to go so smooth. I'm going to grind this down a little bit to make it fit because, well, it wasn't fitting when I tried to test fit it yesterday. Even though this is 2 3/8, which is what it's supposed to be. But whatever, man. I don't make the rules. Alright guys, it's on good now. This right here is not a matter that we will be discussing any further. Just know that this will eventually, you know, be changed. Temporary. Mind your business. Anyways, let me plug this in. Yep, this is how it's going to be for now. Mind your business. Point is, you need to have some sort of setup here to get rid of your stock box, because this bad boy needs to be removed. And you plug this into that pipe somewhere and plug it into your stock MAF connector. So yeah, on to the next step. Alright, next thing is here. You're going to want to take this off, which is just a screw here, and also disconnect this part of it, which is this little clamp right here. Easy, just pliers here, screwdriver there, comes right out. You might have to pull a little. And then the next thing is here. You have 2 bolts here, and 2 nuts here, and I think these 2 on the bottom are bolts. You have to take off the throttle position sensor. So let me get that off right now. Alright guys, I put the new one in. So this is the new throttle position sensor. It's pretty self-explanatory. The reason why you have to pull off the throttle body is because the old sensor, let me show it to you. This bulky thing won't come off there because there's not enough space. So you do have to take it off. And once you have it off, you take these 2 screws. There's 2 screws on the top and the bottom of there. You take it out, you pull it off, and then you put this one back in. I was confused about which way this is supposed to be facing, but once you take off the old one, you'll see this inside of here. There's like not a semicircle, but one side is flat. You see that there? So it's self-explanatory. Once you put it on, it can only go on one way. And then yeah, you plug in the adapter it comes with, one side to the new throttle position sensor, and the other side to the original harness. And now yeah, you put everything back together. Alright guys, these are both in, everything's tightened down. Now it's time to go inside the car. Okay, before I forget, do not start your car without pulling out, oh shit, without pulling out this fuse. Wait, hold on, let me double check that that's the right fuse. Okay, see, it comes with this that says stop before installing. Take out this fuse, and I was correct. It's the ST SIG fuse that goes right there. I just took it out. It's over here. I'll put it away later. So yeah, do not turn on your car without doing this. I've heard it can fuck your shit up. My friends, is the easiest part of the install. Mine only has the one bolt, nut up there that I just took off. But there might be like 4 or 5, I don't know, because mine's missing all of them. So mine just had that one. But unbolt your 4 nuts, and unplug these and plug them into the new ECU. It's that simple. This is the easiest part of your whole install. So now that I've got this one out, this one's in. So it really is that simple. You might want to use a tiny screwdriver. Here, let me show you how small mine is. It's a flathead. And gently pry in between while you hold down the clip. Just to make it a little easier. You can't just pull them straight out, but be careful, you don't want to damage anything. So now next, the last part here is this vacuum line. You're going to want to run this vacuum line from the little port on the bottom of your ECU there through the firewall to the throttle body. And I'm gonna plug it in here, run it through the firewall, and I'll show you guys on that side. All right, so once you have it plugged in there, ran through the firewall, you can plug it into one of these, because mine just has this loop to itself. So I ran it through here, and I actually fed it from this side because you can't really see that hole from under the dash. So you put it in through this side, run it through, it'll come out. I ran it through this hole here where the AC is, because I'm not even using the AC. It doesn't function. It actually leads to nothing. I don't know where it goes actually, but yeah, I already had that hole there. I don't have to make a hole in this little area over here or anything like that. So I ran it through there, and I tied it to the hose so that it won't rub against the firewall too much, or at all actually. So that's cool. I just did not prepare for this. I don't have anything to put here to close this, so that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't quite make it before sundown, so it's dark, but not that dark. I think you can still see. I found this at O'Reilly's. It's my nearest parts store, so by default it's my favorite. Let me put one of these caps on. I don't know which one's gonna fit. Too loose. That would definitely be too loose. That's gonna be way too tight. Oh yeah, 100%. Yo, this is almost like finding the perfect woman. There we go. Perfect fit. Just the way things should be. Look at that, if you even can. I know it's dark. So yeah, everything's in. Now there's one last step, which is what I bought this for. It took me a little while. I've had this ECU for a couple of months. No, not a couple months, but I've had this ECU for a little while, maybe a month. And I didn't have a computer. I tried my mom's computer, and it wouldn't download the tuning software, so I couldn't use my mom's computer. And my old laptop is from like 2015 or something, when I bought it when I was young, and it won't stay alive. And it's also old and outdated, so I was like, you know what, I'll buy a new laptop. It's not something crazy, but it's a good laptop. I only paid $500 for it. It was on sale, so W. And I had a friend of mine, Kevin, run through the specs, and he said it's solid. It's not, you know, again, it's not amazing, but it's a good computer. So that's my new editing and tuning computer, so work only. Oh yeah, I also grabbed food, canes. Before we get to work, I want to show off my matching wallpapers. I took this picture when I finished the rear bumper. I'm so corny. Anyway, let me get to work. Alright guys, I'm sitting kind of close to this laptop. I don't have that much space in this car. If you didn't know, I'm 6'4". If you bought a Speedyefi, your ECU should already be preloaded with the newest firmware and a base map of the ECU that you purchase, of course, which for mine is the 89 to 93 Miata base map. And I already checked that the firmware is there, and it is, you know, the most updated firmware. I'm not quite sure how to check if the base map is on there, but they say that it should be. According to them, it should be there. So I've already made my project. Yeah, let's see if it connects. Well, I forgot to show you guys how to create a project. I mean, it's pretty simple if you're like, once you go on it, it kind of just does it for you. You don't have to like look for the thing anymore. That was so not descriptive, but here, when you go to create a new project, you name it whatever you want. You don't have to like search for the firmware anymore. Like a lot of older videos that I've seen tell you to download it, then go to your downloads, grab it from there. This thing is updated enough that when you go to detect, it'll do this, and it will accurately detect your firmware. I don't have anything plugged in, so it's not gonna do that. See, it'll say not found. That's okay. So once you select your firmware, and you go next, oh, I can't do it right now, but after you go next, it'll just say, it'll do a test, and then it'll say either test successful or not, which it should just say successful. I never had a problem with that part. But yeah, once you hit continue, then your project's made. It'll open up the page with all the gauges, like I don't have here. Here, like, will it open it? Yeah. It'll do this, and then, you know, you'll have your gauges, which if you have it connected to your ECU, it should show you everything, assuming your ECU is connected to your car. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Tools, calibrate temperature sensors. The coolant temperature sensor, you're going to put right here RX7, CLT, S4, and S5. Put right to controller. And then you're going to change this to air temperature sensor. You're going to put GM, you're going to put right to controller. And then you're going to go back to, you're going to close that and go back to Tools. Then you're going to go to calibrate AFR sensor. Now, mine says that, or the internet, says that the sensor that I have, the X series, which is 30-0300, runs the same as this one right here, AEM linear 30-2310 and 30-4900. So the internet says this is the one, so I'm going to write this. And then last but not least, you're going to go up to Tools. You're going to go here to calibrate throttle position sensor. And then you're going to put get value on without touching the throttle. Get current, without touching the throttle. And then you're going to fully press on the throttle and press get current. Oh, I missed. And then you should push accept. Okay, I forgot one more thing. This is a problem with the bass tune for the 1.6 Miatas. I don't know if this is also a problem with the 1.8 Miatas, but you're going to go to settings, go to engine constants, and the required fuel is wrong. It's going to say, I don't remember what number it is, but it's going to say the wrong number here. So when you go to required fuel, you have to change it to these, you have to change the engine displacement to, it's on CID, and once you change it to CCs, you're going to see it's a very wrong number. So you're going to change it to the 1.6 cc's, which is 1598. And then you're going to change from pounds per hour to cc's per minute. And you're going to see that that's also wrong. I think it's at like 30 or something. So you're going to want to put it to 230, which is the stock 1.6 injector size. Or cc's per minute. And yeah, you need, after that you push OK. And then you burn it to the ECU. Because the required fuel is wrong. So you're going to have to change that before you can get the car going. And that should be it. So let's try to get a first start. Let me take it out of gear. Alright, I don't even know how to express my feelings right now. This took me I was all night last night trying to figure this out. And then I was eating out here my dinner while I was working, and the freaking roaches got to my dinner. I ate like 40% of it. But anyways, after a lot of trial and error, I got it to start. Let me show you guys. Sorry for the foggy lens. It's really humid out here in South Florida. We just reached spring, which means summer again. Okay, it was not doing this before. There we go. Alright, as you can see, it's still not perfect. It just struggled really. It literally did not struggle before I came out here. I started it like 3 or 4 times before I went to grab the camera, and it did not struggle that hard. It also didn't do those pops. So it might be a little rich. I might have to tune it. There's a lot of fine tuning that I still have to do, but the car's running and it works. There's a couple things that, like I said, are working that weren't working before, like the fan over there and my blower. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's blowing air. Not cold air because the AC is not hooked up, but it's blowing air. So maybe it'll help my lens a bit. Yeah. Anyways, whatever, the ECU is installed. Oh, this is it starting without Tuner Studio, by the way. Maybe that's why it struggled. I don't know, but point is, car runs. I haven't driven it yet. I will, but not now. I'm going on vacation, and I want to get this video out to you guys. So while I go on my little trip, I'll be editing, posting this out for you guys. So thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the good things. Help me get through those algorithms. And yeah, I'm just really happy that the car is running right now. Again, I have to do a lot of fine tuning, and now that the car works, I'm gonna pay for Tuner Studio, you know, the premium version or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I'm gonna start learning how to tune this thing. Obviously not manually with the auto tune, but eventually I'll probably work on manual tuning a little bit here and there. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.